And we welcome you to the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report, your local 1 gig internet provider. Let's look at some of the statistics for the two teams that will face each other coming up in our second match of the day in the consolation bracket. It is Monticello against the Valley Buffaloes here in this second matchup. And we'll look at some of the regular season stats and some of the ladies that we need to watch for. We'll start out with the Valley Buffaloes. Esther Cox is their leading scorer. She's a sophomore, scoring almost 15 points a game. Had 27 three-pointers in the regular season this year. Esther Cox for Valley. Whitney Spencer, also a sophomore. She was averaging almost 9 points a game. So was Sage Cox. Paige Harris was averaging just under 8 points a game. Savannah Wood just over 5 points a game. And Ashlyn Spencer scoring just under 4 points a game in regular season. So those are some of the names to watch for. Cox, Spencer, Cox, Harris, Wood, and Spencer, all some of the leading scorers for the Valley Buffaloes. Monticello Buckaroos, on the other hand, look for Timber Black, their leading scorer. She averaged 11 points per game in the regular season and scored 16 three-pointers throughout the season. Tristan Esplin, another name to watch for. She averaged 6 points a game and had 15 three-pointers. Brooklyn Holt and Journey Baird also averaging 6 points a game for the Buckaroos. Rihanna Shumway averaging 5. Megan Black averaging 4. So the names to listen for are Timber Black, Tristan Esplin, Brooklyn Holt, Journey Baird, Rihanna Shumway, and Megan Black, the leading scorers. And that is a look at some of the leading stats from the upcoming match. And this has been the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. Sign up for 1 gig internet today, get a gig, and get going. We have the starting lineups coming your way. Number 3, Timber Black for Monticello. Number 11, Journey Baird. Number 12, Brooklyn Holt. Number 21, Rihanna Shumway. And number 5, Tristan Esplin, the 5 starters for the Buckaroos. And for the Valley Buffaloes, starting at guard, sophomore Esther Cox. Number 3, a senior, Sage Cox. Number 23, a Utah Academic All-Star, is Ashlyn Spencer, a senior. Number 12, Savannah Wood. And number 2, a sophomore, Whitney Spencer, the 5 starters for the Valley Buffaloes. Getting ready to get underway. In our first matchup, we saw Milford beat Tabiona in a tight battle, a lot tighter than what the score reflected, 34-23. Very defensive all the way around for those players. Our play today being brought to you in part by Alton Cole Development. Alton Cole wishes all of the teams success in the postseason. Alton Cole providing energy responsibly for 13 years. And we're underway. Ball comes in to Monticello. And Journey Baird drives it in for 2. Trying to get it inside, it goes to the floor, and it's going to be wrapped up. Going to call the first jump ball of the game. I think gave those 2 points on that inbounds play to Baird. It's actually Holt that scored the first 2 points for the Monticello Buckaroos. Off the inbounds, layup misses. They kick it back out. 2-point for Madison Freestone, misses, rims out. The rebound comes down to Sage Cox. She takes it end to end, goes off the glass, misses, but she will be fouled on that shot attempt. Going to call it against Sage Cox. And that is going to put Timber Black to the line. She misses the first one. Monticello, the Buckaroos in black with red numbers, while the Valley Buffaloes are in white with the orange numbers. She misses and makes the second one. So it's 3-0 right now in favor of the Buckaroos early in this matchup. Consolation bracket, Utah 1A state tournament. Loser of this game goes home. Calling Esther Cox. No, excuse me, calling, yes, Esther Cox for a travel. Turns the ball over to the Buckaroos. Long pass down. Gets it into the middle, kicks it back out. This is just inside the three-point line. It drops down for number 21. Rihanna Shumway for two. Stolen away. Stolen away, they couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on that, Timber Black. Nope, they changed that to number 12. And a timeout, we'll take them with it. Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
My name is Dr. Michael Curtis. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Back to the action after the timeout. It's Monticello inbounding after the foul from Savannah Wood. Another three-pointer on the way, rims out, but Monticello gets the rebound and puts it back. The putback no good. They get another rebound. That putback no good. And I think they're going to call a foul. On 12, so that's her second foul. Excuse me, the first foul for Brooklyn Holt. Over the back. And it's Valley's ball. Pushing it up the court, into the paint, kick it out to the corner. Three-pointer on the way and is good. That is Cox. Valley gets the ball back. Off the foul as they're fighting for the ball. Oh, a 10-second violation. I thought it was a push. Some good defense for Valley to get that turnover on the 10-second call. Valley slowing down now to set up some offense. Get the ball, oh, and throwing it away into the passing lane is Shumway. She steals it away. It's stolen right back and moves forward. So Ashlyn Spencer gets a two-point layup. Tie ball game, 5-5 on the scoreboard. But very quickly, number 11, Journey Baird picks up two. Stolen away. This is the Buckaroos again. The attempt missed. The rebound comes down to Sage Cox. She gets it ahead to Spencer. Spencer back to Sage. Down in the corner to Esther Cox, and down in the middle to Spencer. She misses the layup, but there will be a foul called on the rebound. Number 5, Tristan Esplin, called for the foul on the Buckaroos. Underneath their own basket on the inbounds play to Ashlyn Spencer, who lays it in for two. Tied up at 7 apiece. Buckaroos down the floor quickly, missing the layup is Journey Baird, and the rebound comes down to Valley. Savannah Wood brings it across the timeline. This is Cox. She misses, rims in and out, and the Buckaroos pick up the rebound. Called for a travel. Number 12, Brooklyn Holt, turns the ball back over. Braggin Rights Taxidermy brings her trophies back to life. Give Jeremy a call at Braggin Rights Taxidermy, rooting for the Buffaloes here in this game. Shot attempt no good, coming down, fighting for the ball. They're going to call it off of the Buckaroos and give the ball back to Valley underneath their own basket. 4:13 left in first quarter play. Ties 7 apiece. From the corner, three-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to the Buckaroos. Timber Black kicks it ahead. And just as she does that, she is hit with a foul, or she gets fouled rather. Number 12 White, that is Savannah Wood, called for the foul. Foul number 2. And trying to get it all the way across court. Couldn't quite get underneath Esplin. Tristan Esplin just couldn't reach the ball. It was thrown too far away. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Valley ball with just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tries a long pass down court and able to get it. Passing it twice, kick it back out for a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Monticello. Tristan Esplin. Out of the corner, this is a long one. No good, rebound comes out long to Esther Cox. She gets it up to Ashlyn Spencer, who gets it across the timeline. Down low, cross court. Shot by Esther Cox, no good. Goes out of bounds. Going to be the Buckaroos ball. They get it down low. The layup no good, the putback no good, and the rebound comes down to Valley. Driving the baseline, it's Esther Cox. The foul, or the lay-in no good, but the putback by Spencer, Annalyn Spencer, is good. She now has 6 points here in this first quarter. Esplin gets it over to Shumway. On the wing, stolen away by Esther Cox. Steps into the passing lane and picks it off. She's double teamed on the side, able to get it up court. Ashlyn Spencer tries to lead it into Sage Cox. It goes out of bounds and back to the Buckaroos. Have a substitution coming in for the Buckaroos, number 14, Megan Black. Megan Black comes in and Journey Baird sits down. 9-7 in favor of Valley. Buckaroos attacking, driving in under the backboard, no good. Going to be White ball. Valley able to get in the way of that shot, mixed it up, and it goes off of the Black. It comes in to Valley. Seeing some full court pressure, trying to break it out. And one of the passes, errant pass, goes off the knee of Whitney Spencer and out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Buckaroos. Scrambling on the floor, gonna call a jump ball. They look at the possession arrow and say it's going to be Monticello with the possession. A minute 38 left in this, the first quarter. Valley has the lead by 2. Monticello has the possession. Knocked out of bounds by Ashlyn Spencer. It will remain Buckaroo ball. Setting up their offense. Out on the wing is Cox. No, excuse me, is Black. Timber Black. An errant pass. Trying to get it to Esplin. She thought one of the Buffaloes touched it, let it go out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Turnover gives it to the Buffaloes. They get it down low. Number 4, Esther Cox with a turnaround shot. No good, but in the process, she gets fouled. She'll go to the line. Have number 5, Esplin, being called for the foul. Her second foul. Esther Cox, the first one on the way, is good. These free throws are being brought to you by Frosty's. You can bring your carpet back to life with Frosty's Carpet Care. They're also skilled in welding and fabrication. Call Shane today for a quote. Frosty's. And the second one is good. Esther Cox, 2 more points. And here's Sage Cox with the steal. And the layup puts 2 more points up on the board for the Valley Buffaloes. It is 13-7. A quick 5 points, or 4 points. They extend their lead. And another takeaway here. Here is Whitney Spencer trying for the layup. 2 defenders. One of them caused a foul. We'll see what the ref says. 14. That would be Megan Black. Foul puts Whitney Spencer on the line. She'll be shooting 2. And the first one is good. These foul shots being brought to you by Garcane Energy. They are wishing all of the teams success. Keep the power on when you need it the most. Garcane Energy, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. And we have a timeout on the floor. With 47 seconds left, you're watching high school sportscast production of 1A State basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. And we are back. This broadcast being brought to you in part by San Juan Health, your healthcare leader in southeastern Utah. She makes the second one. That's Whitney Spencer, putting 2 points up on the board for Valley Buffaloes. Foul being called against Esther Cox. First foul on Cox. It is the 4th team foul. In fact, both teams have 4 fouls with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Buckaroos inbound. Down to the corner, back to the wing. Trying to drive it over to the other wing. It is a 2-point attempt and made by Timber Black. 24 seconds left, 15-9 on the scoreboard in favor of Valley. Buckaroos steal it away, get down to the 2 more points up for Tristan Black. 2 quick possessions, 2 quick baskets, and 4 points for Timber Black, who now has 5 points in the game. And that'll do it. To end the quarter, we have 15-11 on the scoreboard in favor of the Valley Buffaloes. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and My Local Radio.
Frosty's has the most up-to-date equipment and utilizes an enzyme extraction combined with hot water for both carpets and tile. Frosty's also offers custom welding and fabrication. Call Shane or Judy today.
Everybody's got a love story. It won't take long. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power outage on a Saturday night. Get lost in the night, baby, losing our minds. Some kind of love, some kind of feeling.
Restoring power when you need it the most. One more reason to love Garcane.
You're watching 1A State Basketball presented by Ruby's Inn. Check them out at rubysinn.com. Also brought to you by the State Bank of Southern Utah. Proud to present state championship basketball for your enjoyment. For all your banking needs, visit sbsu.com. That's State Bank of Southern Utah, SBSU. Ball comes in to start the second quarter. Valley Buffaloes controlling the offense. Trying to get it down inside. Errant pass back inside. It's number 23, Spencer, with the miss. The putback was no good, and a foul called on the rebound. This will be against Buffalo, number 12, Savannah Wood. That's her third foul already early in the second quarter for Savannah Wood, one of the starters for the Valley Buffaloes. White, number 2, Whitney Spencer, picks up the foul. She got the wrist of Paige Harris, it looks like. So it will go out of bounds to Monticello under their own basket. Harris inbounds it, gets it into Wood. Wood puts up the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Paige Harris. This is Sage Cox to Whitney Spencer. And from the foul line, the shot no good. Rebound being fought for, calling it a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to the Buckaroos. Driving down the paint, number 20, Ann Shumway. Shot misses, and the rebound goes to Valley. As they're bringing it down, Megan Black knocks it out. Go out of bounds. Valley will take it from their sideline. Inbounds comes into Paige Harris, top of the key. Spencer gets it over to the corner to Spencer, and the two-point shot misses. The rebound also misses, and it is the Buckaroos picking up the rebound after the second attempt. Top of the key is Black. She gets it into the corner to Shumway, and it's taken away. Now a foul is going to be called. Going to be called on number 3, Black. That will be Timber Black with her first foul. So Valley will inbound the ball. Valley has a 4-point lead, 14-11. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. Not a shot been scored yet. That one goes in and out for Sage Cox. Rebound comes down to Black, and the Buffaloes on the offense. Stolen away. That's Esther Cox making the steal. And as she comes down, they're going to call a foul on Megan Black. It's a blocking foul. number 13. Yep. I think they did something on the scoreboard, but nonetheless, Valley's shot up is missed. It rebound comes down to Timber Black. Monticello working the ball. Out from the top of the key, three-pointer drops in for Timber Black. Her 8th point in the game, and now it's a 1-point lead for Valley. Valley on the offense. Esther Cox trying to get it out to Paige Harris. It goes over and back, and the possession turnover goes to Valley rather. And with that, Monticello will take over. Yep. Shot put up and missed by Cox. Rebound fought for. They're trying to figure out whose ball it is. They're going to give it to Monticello. I don't think either ref was in a position to see who last touched that ball. But both of them agreed to give it to Monticello. They were in agreement, so it's 15-14. Monticello throws it away. Sage Cox trying to get it over to Sierra Saul, and Sierra didn't see it coming, went behind her back and out of bounds. Valley on the attack, 4:28 left in second quarter. And it goes out of bounds off of her knee and right back over to the Buckaroos. Inbounds. Tristan Esplin across the timeline, passes it down on the wing, and they lose the handle on it. As they're fighting for it, they're going to call a foul. This is going to be on number 4, Esther Cox. And the 7th team foul puts them on the line for 1-1, so Megan Black steps up to the stripe and misses the first one. Valley with the rebound, down into the middle amongst the tall timber, trying to kick it back out. None of the Valley Buffaloes was in a position to get that, and it was thrown out of bounds. A lot of defenders down there, and Sage Cox trying to get it back out to one of her teammates, threw it out of bounds. And Valley the Buckaroos do the same thing on their offensive end, as Timber Black was trying to get it to one of her teammates and couldn't handle it. So a turnover for Monticello to answer the turnover from the Buffaloes. Three-pointer from the corner is no good. Rebound comes down to Timber Black. She brings it across the timeline, kicks it to the corner, goes down low. Ball goes up, no good, and the rebound comes down to Esther Cox. It was Journey Baird on the attempt. Layup tried by number 23, Ashley Spencer for the Buffaloes, is no good. Fighting for the rebound, and a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Coach Craig Black. So with 3:20 left in second quarter action, it's a 1-point lead for the Valley Buffaloes, 15-14. You're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Get there faster with the best internet experience at a price no one can beat. Upgrade to 1 gig internet and enjoy smooth streaming on every device in your home. Enhance your internet experience today. South Central Communications is delivering the most advanced fiber internet to every home and business.
Quality Inn of Richfield is proud sponsor of 1A basketball. When you come to the state tournament or anytime you visit Richfield, make the Quality Inn your home away from home. Nice place to stay. Large, spacious rooms. The Quality Inn of Richfield. 3:12 left in the half. Monticello on the attack, taken away by Esther Cox. Throws it forward to Wood, Savannah Wood. She loses the handle on it. They're scrambling around for it, and the Buckaroos take possession. As the Buckaroos, number 14, Sierra Saul, tries to drive up. She's hit on the wrist by, 14, Megan Black was driving with the ball for the Buckaroos when she was hit on the wrist by Savannah Wood. That is Wood's fourth foul. Fourth foul. Still almost 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And Black misses the first end of the one-on-one and over the back foul. On the rebound, gives the... Oh, it's a one-on-one. That was the 7th team foul, so it's going to put, I think it's Spencer on the line for the one-on-one. Is that 23 or 21? 21, that's Paige Harris, I'm sorry. She must have made the first one. These free throws being brought to you by the Glendale Country Store. Kyle and Rachel Spencer can take care of all of your meat processing needs, from custom beef to wild game. Call them today, Glendale Country Store. Buffalo on the attack. And a foul called. No, it couldn't have been a foul. Travel was called, so Valley gets it back on the turnover. Rebound and put back no good, and then the Buckaroos come down with it. Trying to get it out of the middle. A foul is committed by 23 White. That is Ashlyn Spencer, her first foul. And it sends Brooklyn Holt to the foul line on the other side of the court. No good. Rebound by Spencer. Kicks it out to Cox. Trying to get it down low. And number 3, Timber Black, the ball went right to her, and it was Spencer trying to take it away from her. And it will be the 10th team foul against Valley. So that will put Timber Black at the line for 2. The second foul against Ashlyn Spencer. She had 2 quick fouls right there, one after the other. First one misses for Black. Next one is up and good. Foul shots brought to you by Garcane Energy. They're a Touchtone Energy Cooperative. Garcane Energy. Turnover from Valley gives the ball back to the Buckaroos. Valley with a 2-point lead. 2:17 left in the half. Buckaroos cross-court pass and off the glass. Brooklyn Holt for 2. Tie score, 17-17. Just under 2 minutes to go in the half. Tightly fought battle. These two teams were ranked 11 and 12. Valley was 11th in defense in 1A schools across the state, while Monticello was 12 in defense, and it's showing up in this game. We have a timeout. We're going to take one too. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscast production. of 1A state basketball on live.ksl.com.
Processing. Think of the Glendale Country Store. Kyle and Rachel Spencer. From beef to wild game, they do it all. Summer sausage and their famous barbecue jerky. Wishing the Buffaloes success. The Orderville Town Council wishes the Valley Buffaloes the best of luck. Come and enjoy hiking, ATVing, horseback riding, camping, and hunting. Orderville, home of the Valley Buffaloes and the heart of Kane County.
This presentation of state championship basketball is being brought to you in part by South Central Communications. They have the area's fastest broadband internet. South Central Communications, also being brought to you by Southern Utah University. They're glad to be sponsoring the 1A championship tournament. Learn more about Southern Utah University at suu.edu. suu.edu. As we come out of the break, it's a minute 50 left in the half. It is a tie ball game. Very defensive battle. Valley has held the lead for most of the quarter, but Monticello has fought their way back. And now they're on offense. They come across the timeline. Esplin gets it over to Shumway. Back to Esplin. Drives into the paint. And it's blocked, knocked away. Rebound comes down to Paige Harris. Taken away. First attempt, no good. Second attempt by Sierra Saul. Drops for, Megan Black. Drops for the Buckaroos, giving them the lead. She got the foul. She'll go to the line. She misses the free throw. It's Cox down with the rebound. Coast to coast off the glass, no good. And back the other way come the Buckaroos. Going to call a blocking foul against Sage Cox. And in the double bonus, Tristan Esplin will go to the line for two. Makes the first one. And the second one is good. Tristan Esplin with 2 points in the game. A minute 23 left in the half. And the lead is 21-17 for the Buckaroos. Valley on the attack. Cox pulls it up. A 10-footer is good. Esther Cox, 2 points. Back come the Buckaroos. 1 minute left in the half. And the pass is knocked away and out of bounds by by Sage Cox. It will remain Buckaroo ball. Bryce Canyon Half Marathon is 13.1 miles of fun. You can register early at Bryce Canyon or at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Rebound comes down to Esther Cox. She fights for the ball, gets it out. Cross court and now up court. It goes to Spencer. And there is a foul before she can get it back to Paige Harris. Foul is going to go against Megan Black. They say that's her second. Going to put Spencer at the line for 1 and 1. She misses the first one. Rebound comes down to Baird. Monticello on the attack. Esplin holds the ball up with 25 seconds on the clock. First half action. Walks the sideline, tries to get the bounce pass in, and called for kicking the ball. Paige Harris. That Buckaroos will retain possession with 17.5 seconds left in the first half. They're up by 2. They get the ball in under the basket, but the shot is blocked, taken away by Shumway. She crosses the timeline, and the Buckaroos on the attack knock the ball away from her. And coming from behind, and it will remain Valley basketball with 6.7 seconds left in the half. This presentation of State Championship of Basketball brought to you in part by Ruby's Inn, the gateway resort to the Bryce Canyon National Park. See them at rubiesinn.com. Three-quarter shot almost hits the rim, but no good. So as the first half comes to a close, we have the Monticello Buckaroos up by 2, 21-19. And we'll be back with the SUU halftime report. We'll do that in just a moment. You're watching Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Tournament basketball action on live.ksl.com and also on mylocalradio.com.
It's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand that life happens. Sometimes credit isn't perfect. We work hard to find financing options that work best for you.
Stop by today and let's see what we can do for you. Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho.
Fit menu. With 2 servings of veggies and 24 grams of whole grains, Subway has 8 6-inch subs with 400 calories or less, like the rotisserie-style chicken or oven-roasted turkey breast. Choose from 8 great options that are better for you and delicious. Go you! Try the Fresh Fit menu, only at Subway.
This ad brought to you by Mount Carmel Subway in Orderville, Utah.
The town of Orderville and its elected officials want to wish the Buffaloes success. Orderville is a great place to live. And San Juan Health, your healthcare provider in southeastern Utah, wishes Monticello good luck. And it is anybody's game here at halftime as we go to your SUU halftime report and take a look at how things are shaping up. Monticello is out in front by 2 points, 21-19 here on the scoreboard at the Richfield High School. It is halftime, and looking at the points for Monticello, we have Timber Black leading all scorers with 9. 2 points on the board for Tristan Esplin. We have 2 points for Journey Baird. Brooklyn Holt has 4 points. We have Megan Black marked down for 2 points, and Rihanna Shumway also with 2 points for a total of 21 on the board for the Buckaroos. For the Valley Buffaloes, it is Esther Cox leading the way with 7 points. Whitney Spencer has 2 points. Sage Cox has 2 points. Paige Harris with 1 and 6 points for Ashlyn Spencer. And Savannah Wood, one of their starters, has no points, but we point out she already has 4 fouls in the first half for Savannah Wood. So Buffaloes have to be careful that way as they work up their second half scheme or their second half plans on how they're going to handle the Monticello Buckaroos. Valley comes into this ranked number 5 in offense in the 1A division of the state rankings. Monticello is number 9 in offense, and for most of the half it was Valley leading the way, but Monticello came back in that second quarter, got a lot of takeaways, a lot of turnovers, and most importantly we're able to convert those turnovers into points, and that's how it all ended up, 21-19 in favor of Monticello. We'll be back with second half action. You're watching Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball right here on KSL and on mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary-grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments.
you have your vehicle serviced by the experienced, certified technicians at Rocky Mountain Yeti, you'll have a legendary experience. With a comfortable customer waiting area, you can watch the big screen television or use the free Wi-Fi while you enjoy free hot waffles with ice cream. Our professional technicians work on all makes and models and handle everything from routine service to major repair. Stop in today, 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston. Visit www.yetiauto.group. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
And we're back to action as we're about to get the second half underway between Monticello and Valley. It is Monticello up by 2, 21-19, as you see on the scoreboard. This presentation being brought to you in part by Ruby's Inn, Gateway Resort to Bryce Canyon National Park. It's Ruby's Inn. Valley on the attack first here in the second half. Shot up by Cox. It is long off the rim, and the rebound comes down to Timber Black. She passes up ahead to Esplin. Esplin way out, waiting for some offense to get set up. Around the horn, trying to get it across, and stepping in front and stealing the ball is Sage Cox. She drives it coast to coast, puts it up, the layup drops, and the first 2 points of the half go to Sage Cox and the Valley Buffaloes to tie up the score at 21. Buffaloes, first shot no good, the putback is good, and the points go to number 12. That is Brooklyn Holt. Now Valley with the attack. Paige Harris off the backboard. Rebound comes down to Black for the Buckaroos, and they attack the basket. Tristan Esplin driving in, misses it, the putback and the rebound picked up by Shumway. She picks up 2 points. Sage Cox drops in 2 for the Valley Buffaloes. So it's back and forth with the baskets. Every possession in this second half has resulted in a basket for the team in possession. Just trading baskets. And now there's the turnover. I jinxed the Monticello as the cross-court pass by Tristan Esplin flies over the head of her teammate out of bounds. And the turnover gives the ball to Valley. Down low inside, a nice little inlet pass by Spencer. Goes over to Ashlyn Spencer, who drops it in for 2 on the layup. Again, a tie ball game, 25 apiece. And knocked out of bounds, it's going to go to the Buckaroos. Esther Cox got her hand up on the attempted pass and knocked it out of bounds. Low under the basket, no shot there. She kicks it out to Shumway. Shumway drives into the center, and she'll draw the foul. Foul on number 2, Whitney Spencer. That's her second foul. And Shumway will go to the line. First one is good. These foul shots being brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. They're your partners when you need them. Find out more at SBSU, that's State Bank of Southern Utah, SBSU.com. Second one is good. And the pass stolen away. Timber Black in the passing lane. She tries to pass it ahead, and it's stolen away by Savannah Wood. So it's back on the attack for Valley. Esther Cox at the top of the key, dribbling. Gets it over on the wing to Spencer. Whitney Spencer. Down low to Sage Cox. The shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn Holt. And it's the Buckaroos on the attack. Long pass all the way down court. From the corner, no good. The putback and a rebound picked up by Journey Baird. The putback no good, but in the attempt, she'll draw a foul. Be a two-shot foul, and they're going to give it to Savannah Wood. That is her 5th foul. She is out. She had 4 fouls early in that second quarter. They're going to sit her down, and they'll have a substitution. They'll set down Ashlyn Spencer, and of course, Savannah Wood. Coming in will be Britton Heaton, and number 21, Paige Harris, back in. First shot, no good for Baird. These foul shots being presented to you by Quality Inn of Richfield. Your home away from home. When you're in Richfield, it's the Quality Inn of Richfield. Second shot, no good for Baird. Rebound goes down to the Buckaroos. The shot attempt no good. They kick it outside, back inside, and fighting for position is Holt. And she ends up drawing the foul. Going to give it to Britton Heaton. Just steps into the game and causes a foul. They're claiming she was straight up, but she gets the foul, and the inbounds pass for the Buckaroo. Another inlet pass to Holt. This time she's able to spin around, but she misses the layup. The rebound comes down to Paige Harris. She's going to take it coast to coast across the timeline. Now she dishes it down to Spencer under the basket. She's backing it out. Now back to the top. Cox tries to get it down into Heaton, and it's stolen away by the Buckaroos. Turnover for the Buffaloes. Monticello on the attack. From the corner. Two-pointer, no good. Attempt by Baird. And Valley Buffaloes come down with the rebound across the timeline. Sage Cox brings it. She sends it to Esther Cox on the wing. Looking around, trying to get it in low, but nothing there. To the corner, back to the top. Out to the corner. This is Cox. Now it goes down in low, but only to be kicked back out. They're gradually collapsing that defense and getting closer to the basket. And on the attempt, Sage Cox goes up and is fouled. Going to call Timber Black for the foul. That will send Sage Cox to the line. First one is good. These foul shots being brought to you by Garcane Energy. Keeping the lights on for over 70 years. Garcane Energy. Cox hits both of those. Going to be Buckaroo's ball out of bounds. Full court press shown by the Buffaloes, or yes, the Buffaloes. And as they try and break it, they throw the ball long down the court. It goes out of bounds, just off the fingertips of off of Brooklyn Holt. Ball goes back to Valley. Inside, the ball goes up. Number 23 is Ashlyn Spencer. It's no good. The rebound, no good. And on the putback, there's going to be a foul. Calling it on Rihanna Shumway. It'll be her second team foul for the Buckaroos. Valley has 3 team fouls. Esther Cox drops the first one in. That's her 8th point in the game. There's 3:10 left in this quarter. Second one on the way and drops in, nothing but net. Back to Monticello again, a full court press being shown. Full court zone press being shown by Valley. The Buffaloes steal it away and in for an attempted layup, no good, but a foul is drawn by Esther Cox. See who they call it on. Number 5, it's going to be Tristan Esplin. That's Tristan's third, and we'll send Cox to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Second one on the way is good. 4 free throws in a row. She shot 6 attempts, made all 6 of them in this game for Esther Cox. Buckaroos on the attack. Long pass down to Holt. Holt with the layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Sage Cox. Long pass stolen away by Tristan Esplin, and she gives it to Timber Black. The Buckaroos slow it down. 2:32 left in third quarter action. It is Valley 31, Monticello 27. Monticello on the attack, almost losing it, picks it up, being pressured, and there's going to be a foul called. They're going to call it on number 3. Number 3, Sage Cox. And the ball will go back to the Buckaroos from out of bounds. That's the 4th team foul for Valley. Trying to get it down low, but knocked away by Valley, stolen away. Turnover for Monticello. They go forward, and Spencer drops it in for 2 points for Valley. Nice passing to get it all the way down court on that fast break. Spencer goes to the basket all alone on that layup. Tristan Esplin holds the ball, kicks it down to the corner, back out to Esplin, into the middle to Black. Black up for a 10-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Black. Another attempt, no good. Another attempt, no good. And finally, the 4th attempt. Who is that? Megan Black that hit that? Megan Black with 2 points. 4 attempts, 3 offensive rebounds. That's pretty darn good for the Buffaloes on that possession. Or for the Buckaroos, excuse me, on that possession. Valley Buffaloes up by 4, 33-29, a minute 17 left in third quarter action. Valley on the attack from the corner. Long shot, rims in and out. Rebound comes down and is fought for. They're going to call a foul in that scrum. Going to give it to number 2, Whitney Spencer, her 3rd personal. And the ball will go to Monticello. Monticello down by 4. Whip it around, trying to get it into the middle when the foul is called. It's going to get against number 23, Ashlyn Spencer, for her 3rd. 3rd and the 6th team foul for Valley. Oh, nice little spin move down low. Number 3, Timber Black, drops in 2 points for the Buckaroos. A quick attack. They pull it back, set up their offense. Esther Cox at the top, gives it over to Sage Cox, back to the top to Esther. Now it's Freestone coming out to face up against Cox. She gives it over to Sage Cox at the top of the key. Freestone converts over to her. Now down on the side, the shot misses and is rebounded by Esther Cox, who goes back up, and she is going to miss it. Foul against Brooklyn Holt will be her 3rd, and it will give the Buffaloes the ball under their own basket. The shot by Sage Cox, no good. Rebound by Esther Cox is good, and she'll go back to the free throw line. She is perfect from the charity stripe tonight, is Esther Cox. You're watching 1A State basketball presented by SUU. You can check them out at suu.edu. SUU to everywhere. First one is good. And that's the only one she got as the ball went in. So she got 3 the hard way for Valley Buffaloes. Offensive foul goes against Tristan Esplin. That's going to be her 4th. And turn the ball over. Valley again on the offense. Throwing it into the middle. Don't know how she came up with that, but at the buzzer, the shot misses, put up by Esther Cox. So at the end of 3, it is Valley 36, Monticello 31. Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball. You're watching it on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
San Juan Health proudly supports Monticello High School and their fans. We provide local, capable, and competent care. The best place to receive care, work, and practice medicine. Go Bucks!
Starting your own business or just wanting to expand? State Bank of Southern Utah can get you a loan designed to help your business reach its goals. With State Bank, you can be assured that you have a lending partner that will stand by you in good times and bad. Come visit our branch today. Member FDIC. Equal housing.
Getting the 4th quarter underway, the Utah State Championship basketball is being brought to you in part by Bear Lake Realty. For all of your real estate needs, beautiful Bear Lake, you might as well work with the best. So why don't you look them up, bearlakerealty.com. Gary McKee and his crew, they can hook you up with timeshares. They can give you property. They can give you cabins. They can give you homes. They can, whatever it is at Bear Lake when it comes to real estate, Bear Lake Realty can help you out and serve your needs. bearlakerealty.com. 7:52, just barely underway in the 4th quarter. Buffaloes on the attack, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to be 1-1. Somebody was trying to push aside. Ball's going to go against Sage Cox. That'll be her 4th. And the 1-1 will be shot by Holt. First one no good. The rebound comes down to, they're calling that one close. That foul is going to be called against Madison Freestone. She just gave a little teeny nudge to Esther Cox as Esther was bringing the ball across the timeline. She makes the first one. Second one. Oh, was it? Fighting for the ball, it gets knocked out of bounds by Ashlyn Spencer. It will go to the Buckaroos underneath their own basket. 38-31, 7:30 left in the game. And the shot makes it. Who's that, Timber? Timber Black comes back for a jump shot from 12 feet. Gives 2 more points to the Buckaroos, 38-33 in favor of Valley. They're just standing there taking time off the clock. Buckaroos not trying to force the issue. From the top of the key, this is Sage Cox driving in. She tried to kick it out, and it was knocked out of bounds by Esplin. Ball's going to go to the Valley Buffaloes. South Central Communication, the area's fastest broadband internet. Give South Central Communications a call. Do it right now and avoid the buffering. as you watch this 1A state tournament. And driving into the middle and putting it up, it was Sage Cox with 2 points. They took a lot of time off the board in that offensive possession and just not a lot of pressure coming from the Buckaroos. And finally driving right down the middle, able to score those 2 points. On the backside, it's number 5, Tristan Esplin, coming back and answering that 2 points as the Buckaroos have a little bit more energy and speeding up, but they're down by 5, and if they don't start attacking Valley defensively, they've got to do something to make Valley move a little bit more. Valley's just working the clock and spinning around, and when they find an opening, they take it. Here's Sage Cox again. There's the opening right down the paint, and no good. The rebound comes down to Holt. Holt kicks it out to Esplin, and a full court press being put on by Buffaloes. Buckaroos able to get it over the timeline and set up their offense. Down into the back, it's a Baird from inside the paint with the layup for 2. 3-point lead for Valley Buffaloes. They have the ball. Walking across the timeline, Whitney Spencer drives down to the corner, trying to pass inside. Going to have a reaching in foul by number 11. That's Brittany Heaton. No, excuse me, number 11 is Journey Baird. Her first personal will send Paige Harris to the line. Both teams in the one-on-one situation. Harris makes her first one. These free throws being brought to you by the Thunderbird Resort and Golf Course. Stay in East Zions wouldn't be complete without a round of golf. The Thunderbird Resort and Golf Course ready to serve you. Rooting for the Buffaloes. Second shot misses, and on the other end, they just drive right down. Who made that basket? Was that Esplin? Esplin for another 2 here in this quarter. Now Valley driving in. Going to call a blocking foul on Black 5, Tristan Esplin. I have her for 5, and so do the officials. She is out of the game. Tristan Esplin fouling out. I have her for 6 points total on the game. Sending Esther Cox to the line. Esther is perfect from the foul line in this game. (42-39). 43-39. A 4-point lead, 4.5 minutes left in the game. Lead is 4 for the Valley Buffaloes. Playing catch back and forth until finally a foul is going to be called. I think it's Esther Cox. Yep. Called for a pushing foul. That will send number 3, Timber Black, is on the line for the Buffaloes. First one is good. These free throws brought to you by White Mountain Trading Post and Shell. The White Mountain Trading Post and Shell station want to wish the Buffaloes success. Timber Black's second one is good. This is Esther Cox driving in from the baseline, blocked, taken away by the Buffaloes, all the way down court. Bounce pass taken away by Valley. Whitney Spencer able to get inside that passing lane and take away that pass. So the turnover goes to Monticello. And Valley driving the baseline is Cox, missing. Rebound comes down to Black, Timber Black. Ball is going to go out of bounds, and they're going to call it off of Monticello. Another turnover for Monticello that'll give the ball back to Valley and a timeout. We'll take one too. You're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and on mylocalradio.com.
Shetty, located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
The classes.
Back to action in fourth quarter with 3:36 left in the game. It is the Valley Buffaloes up by 2 over the Monticello Buckaroos by a score of 43-41. Our presentation today brought to you in part by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. You can find a lot of fun in Logan, Utah. Beautiful up there in the Cache Valley. You can visit explorelogan.com to plan your next getaway. That's explorelogan.com. Coming back, the Valley Buffaloes will have it out of bounds on their end of the court. They're up by 2. And the referees say, let's get this underway. 3:35 left in the game. Tristan Cox with a spin into the paint, kicks it back out. Ends up in the hands of Sage Cox, the top of the key. Back to Tristan. Taking a screen from Spencer. Little 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound brought down by Timber Black for the Buckaroos. She takes it across the timeline. Back out to Freestone. Trying to get it back to Black, and it's stolen away by Tristan Cox, who takes it end-to-end, misses the layup. The putback no good by Spencer, and a rebound comes down to Black. She gets it out to Freestone. Freestone drives between some defenders, gets it across the timeline. Down low, number 11 tries a shot, misses, and the rebound comes down to Spencer. And we bring the ball the other way and get it in the hands of Esther Cox, excuse me. And a timeout being called. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one too. You're watching Utah High School Sports broad production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
Thunderbird Resort, Golf, and Restaurant at the junction of Highways 9 and 89 in the middle of Bryce and Zion National Parks. Stay and relax with us on the golf course and finish the day with a slice of fresh, hot, homemade.
Back to fourth quarter action here at the Richfield High School Gymnasium, where the consolation bracket of the State 1A Championship Tournament is taking place. The winner of this game will advance into a game tomorrow that will be for the sixth and seventh place in the state tournament. The loser of this game goes home with a 2-point lead for Valley. This has been a hard-fought game. Valley on the attack. This is Spencer, Whitney Spencer driving in, almost taken away. She's able to get it out to Heaton. Heaton takes it back to the top of the key. Back to Spencer. Spencer looks to drive, kicks it down low to the corner. Cox takes a screen, shoots it over to Spencer, who puts 2 down for the Buffaloes. Whitney Spencer now 4 points in the game. The Buckaroos cross the timeline. Black passes to Black, and the shot does not fall. That was Megan Black with the attempt. Rebound comes down to Harris. She passes it off to Spencer, and again, Valley is looking to take some time off the clock as they back it out almost to the half-court line, waiting for the Buckaroos to come out and contest. Minute 24 in the game. Now they bring it around. Spencer drives into the corner. Now back out to the top of the key. Minute 15 left. Now the Buckaroos start to attack on defense. They get it down low. Paige Harris kicks it back out to Spencer, who gives it to Cox, back to Spencer, and back to the top of the key. 1 minute left in this game. Buckaroos down by 4, 45-41. The loser goes home. And they're going to draw a foul as they try and get the pass into the middle. Couple of bodies collide, and they're going to call 21 Rihanna Shumway with the foul. They will go 1-1 with this. Sage Cox, the first one is good. Foul shots being brought to you by Frosty's. Bring your carpet back to life with Frosty's Carpet Care. Frosty's. Second one no good for Sage Cox. Rebound comes down to the Buckaroos. They're down by 5. 45 seconds left. Down low. Shot attempt by Holt, Brooke Holt. Are they going to say it's in the act or before? We're going to give the foul to Esther Cox, her fourth personal foul. And Holt misses the first one, so this must be a 2-shot foul. And a timeout. We'll take 1-2. This is Utah 1A basketball on KSL of MyLocalRadio.com.
Built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
White Mountain Trading Post is your one-stop shop for all your travel needs. Centrally located between Zion, Bryce, and the Grand Canyon, and on your way to Lake Powell. Serving travelers for over 60 years, we offer clean restrooms, snacks, a gas station, a gift shop, and a Subway. Wishing all teams success in the postseason.
Back to the final seconds of this matchup between Monticello Buckaroos and the Valley Buffaloes. The Buffaloes are leading by 5 with just about 42 seconds left in the game. It's 46-41, and we have the Buckaroos on the line. It will be Brooke Holt. She'll be shooting 2. She already missed her first. The second one is up, off the rim, bounces around and drops. So it's a 4-point lead. Got an out-of-bounds play coming in. Valley gets it into Spencer. Spencer back to Cox. Hard defense being shown by the Buckaroos. 31 seconds. Down under the basket is Esther Cox. She puts it up for 2. And it is a 6-point lead for the Valley Buffaloes. Down just inside the 3-point arc. The ball is short. A rebound comes down to Cox. Back to Cox. A long court pass down to Spencer. Whitney Spencer decides to bring it back out, not take the shot. 8, 7, 6, 5. Drives the baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Baird, and Baird tries a 3-quarter court shot and misses, and that's the end of the game. showing Monticello Buckaroos 42. The Valley Buffaloes 48. So the Valley Buffaloes will move on to the 6th and 7th place game tomorrow morning. It'll be held right here in this venue. They will be playing Milford. We're going to be back with the Rubies In postgame report in just a moment. You're watching Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
It's that time of year again for high school state tournament basketball. This week, the Sevier Valley Center will host the 1A girls and boys state tournament. These games will be live on KTTA 8.1 over-the-air TV and also online at live.ksl.com. Get tuned in and enjoy some great basketball action.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
Shopping for a new or used car? State Bank of Southern Utah can finance your purchase with great rates. Come visit our branch or apply online at sbsu.com. You finally found your dream car. Get your dream loan at State Bank. Member FDIC.
And this is the Rubies In postgame report in a hard-fought battle between the Valley Buffaloes and the Monticello Buckaroos. It was the Buckaroos ending up with the loss and moving out of the tournament as the Valley Buffaloes beat them 48-42. The Buffaloes will move on, like I said, and play for the 6th and 7th place finish of this tournament. They will go up against Milford, and that game will take place at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning right here at the Rich High School Auditorium. So Milford and Valley will match up tomorrow morning for one of the last games. Well, it'll be the last game in the consolation bracket for the girls 1A basketball tournament this year, and that will be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Here's the way I have the scoring, the way it unofficially. Looking at Monticello Buckaroos, Madison Freestone, no points, 1 foul. We had Timber Black with 3 fouls and 15 points to lead all scorers. Tristan Esplin fouled out with 6 points. Journey Baird had 1 foul and a total of 4 points. Brooklyn Holt had 3 fouls with 7 points. Megan Black I have with 3 fouls and 4 points, and 6 points and 2 fouls for Rihanna Shumway. There's your 42 points in the losing effort for the Monticello Buckaroos. On the winning side of the basketball, Valley Buffaloes, I have Whitney Spencer with 3 fouls and 4 points. Sage Cox with 4 fouls and 11 points. Esther Cox had 4 fouls and 19 points. Have Paige Harris with 2 points. And Ashlyn Spencer, 3 fouls and 10 points. I missed a couple of free throws in there, but anyway, 48-42, the final score in favor of the Valley Buffaloes today in this consolation bracket game of the 1A State Championship Tournament. Milford against Valley tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We'll be here to bring you the play-by-play right here from KSL and mylocalradio.com as the Utah High School Sportscasters production. We'll bring that to you. Now, coming up here in the Richfield High School, we're going to move into the boys bracket of the Consolation Championship, and we're going to bring you the Paiute-Wayne game. Paiute against Wayne. The winner will advance to a 6th and 7th place game tomorrow at 11:30. The loser will end up going home, so stick around for the Paiute-Wayne game. You've been listening to the Ruby's Inn post-game report, and see them at rubysinn.com. They've been hosting visitors at Ruby's Inn, visitors to the Bryce Canyon, for over 100 years. So they know what they're doing, they know how to do it, and they're there year-round. It's just not a summer thing. If you want to get into some fun winter sports, they're located at about 7,500 feet elevation, so they have snow at Ruby's Inn. rubysinn.com, that's where you'll find them. Plan your next vacation and have some fun down in the Bryce Canyon area. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the start of our next action. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and my local